Welcome, guys. Welcome to our Freedom Lifestyle event. I'm super excited about being on tonight, where it's going to be a nice, short, sharp, super express session. To introduce myself, my name is Adam. I've been involved in this awesome movement for the last 4.5 years. Before this, previous to this, I was a traditional business owner. I was a bricks and mortar guy. I had my own traditional business. I got into owning my own traditional business because I wanted to somewhat own my own life. I wanted to have a freedom lifestyle. Anyone that's owned their own business will probably agree with me that having a freedom or owning your own life type of lifestyle and owning your own business should probably never be said in the same sentence. I probably had to find out the hard way of that after about 12 years of working long hours and staff and overheads and headaches. I finally got to a point where there must be a better way. And, in hindsight, 4.5 years on, here I am, and I'm proud to say that this vehicle, this lifestyle movement has certainly given me the opportunity to do that. But in hindsight, when I look back 4.5 years ago, why was I doing what I was doing? I really was just mirror and modeling what I got taught. My dad was a traditional business owner. He looked like, he didn't really own his own life. I think at the expense of him owning his own business and working so hard that myself and my two brothers were an expense of that, the relationship that we never had. And I probably grew up believing that, my dad didn't care about me. He was never really around until I became older, and obviously my own personal development realized that my dad just did the best job that he knew how, and that was to work his ass off to get ahead in life. And I think so many of us are trying to do the same thing. We're trying to get ahead in a world that is so different to our parents, but so many of us are mirror and modeling. It's easy for me to say this today as, I've been able to successfully turn this vehicle into a full-time income. But in hindsight, you think about how we come across products and services compared to the way our parents did is a totally different way. Social media, the internet, and even word of mouth has totally changed the game. Advertising, marketing, the way products and services are advertised and marketed these days is nothing like our parents. And what I'm super excited about tonight is really showing you guys, every single one of you guys, an amazing vehicle, an amazing tool to really have the potential of really improving two really important areas of your life. One, which I love, which is obviously lifestyle and financial and wealth position, to give you guys the opportunity to come and have a look at this and the ability to improve your financial and lifestyle situation, which, although I was skeptical, I was definitely open. And so tonight we're going to share a little bit about that. But before we do that, we're also going to share some insight on what I truly believe is a probably more important asset that we all kind of take for granted sometimes, and that's our health. We're going to share some incredible stories about an incredible program, an amazing product that's been around for a long time that is getting great results. We're going to share some stories along the way, so it's super exciting about that. So to kind of kick us off, I'm going to pass it over to Angela. And Angela, amongst the 190 odd people that are on here, are we going to get you to share a little bit about the product? Angie, I know you're a health expert, so I know you were probably a little bit, hesitant. Tell us a little bit about how the Juice Plus product come into your life and what is it about this that you really love?
Hi. I was totally skeptical. I actually heard about Juice Plus a couple of years before I started taking it. And as a health coach, I had this really strong belief that we needed to get our nutrients from food. And, I ate organic where I could and where possible. But, after giving birth to my second daughter, I really found that I was feeling depleted. And due to time, cost, and convenience, I was just finding it really difficult to get in what I wanted to get in. And so when I was looking for something, I went down kind of the route of looking at multivitamins, and they didn't make sense to me because they were synthetic and fractured. And, I've always heard of the disco wee where you kind of take it and it goes straight out. And then I tried greens powders, but they tasted awful, and I would always drink them for 2 or 3 days and then stop drinking them because they were gross. And I kind of couldn't find anything else that I could do. As a busy mum of two especially, I really wanted to make sure that I was getting something that my body could absorb. And I looked into Juice Plus again because I had seen some friends who were taking it and having really cool results. And, you know, for me, I just wanted energy. I just wanted to feel like myself again after having a baby. I just wanted that vibrancy back that I knew that I could have from food. But I had a really great product experience. You know, 6 months into taking the products, I had my final migraine. I've only had one in the last 10 months. And I've been someone who's suffered from them monthly for my whole life since I was 12 years old. So for me, that was massive because the only change that I made was taking the products. And, you know, it made so much sense to me, but also it aligned with a lot of my values. You know, it was whole food based. It was safe. You know, I was breastfeeding at the time. I really wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to negatively affect my family. My kids could take it, but it was also super effective, you know, knowing that it's backed by 35 medical journal published studies just blew me away. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the products so you can understand what they are and what's in them. And I've got them here to show you. So what I started on were our fruit, veg, and berry capsules. And to me, these made so much sense because, like I said before, they're made from whole foods. And so what the Juice Plus company does is they grow the foods until they're ripe, which supermarkets don't necessarily do. Sometimes when we get our food from the supermarket, it's been picked before it's ready, which means it doesn't have the full nutrient density that it deserves. And occasionally they'll gas ripen it, which doesn't seem very natural to me. And then it's, you know, flown across Australia, sometimes from different countries. It's stored for, you know, periods of time that don't make a lot of sense in cold rooms. And then, you know, it's put on the shelf and eventually we get to eat it. Whereas with Juice Plus, it's picked when it's ripe. You know, all the processing happens on the farm. It's basically turned into a big slushy and then they dry it at really low temperatures. So basically you're getting the nutrients from whole foods, but with the water and sugar content removed. And again, that just made so much sense to me because I wasn't looking to eat more food. I didn't have the time to be constantly in the kitchen chowing down on salads, but I wanted to get nutrients from real food. So for me, these were just absolutely incredible. And the really cool thing about them is the fruit and vegetable blend, the fruit vegetable capsules, actually come in a chewable form for kids. And if you have a child between the age of 4 and 18, you can sponsor a child completely free. So for us as well, when we got on these, we had our daughter Bo, who was 4, and she now asks for the, you know, for the gummies. She goes into the cupboard and she really wants them. And the cool thing is, you know, it's literally made chewy using fruit pectins. All of the Juice Plus products are completely vegan. So it was in alignment with what we were looking for something for her. We also have these awesome whole food powders. I have these every single day. So these are basically 27 varieties of whole foods and vegan protein. We use these as a smoothie booster. So in the morning, we make a big family smoothie with, you know, bananas and our greens and some other superfoods, and we add this in to boost it up. So it's got things like spirulina, pomegranate powder, it's got sprouts, it's got a grain blend, it contains prebiotics. So you're not just getting a protein, you're getting a complete range of your macronutrients. And we definitely don't encourage meal replacements. This is a replacement for bad calories. So for me, when I was feeling that my energy was lacking and I naturally would be drawn to find something high in sugar because I just wanted to stay awake, this is what replaced it for me. And I literally cannot live without them. I keep them in my handbag. They're up in my office here. I love them. And they taste really good. They kind of taste like a chocolate thick shake. So my kids have them as well and they think it's a treat. And then our last product is our vegan omegas. So this is a combination of 8 different plants and seeds to create an omega blend that doesn't use animals. So one thing that I found with fish oils was that nobody likes the taste. You end up kind of tasting it all day. And so I would never take them. And doctors recommend that you need to take, DHAs and EPAs because your body doesn't naturally produce them. So you have to obtain them through consumption. And for me, this was a really ethical way. This was a really amazing way for my body to take them in that I could actually absorb them. And some of the testimonials I've been hearing from, I think it's about a year that I've been on them, but some of the people who are my customers, they've just noticed that their brain fog has disappeared. Their joints aren't aching and clicking in the morning, which I know was happening to me and doesn't happen anymore. So I feel like that product totally rounded our range up and gave us everything we need. And then, of course, to go along with our incredible products, we have our online nutrition program. So, obviously you can't just take a whole food supplement and then eat junk food. We want to make sure that you have access to recipes and workouts and a mindset series so that you can really be your best self alongside with the products. The program is completely free. We have over 300 recipes, meal planners, pantry guides, shopping lists. There's a kids recipe book. There's such a massive community. I think we're up to about 30,000 people constantly posting and encouraging. And it really is about holistic health. It's about being well from the inside out and a mind-body connection. So, for us, that was a really great way to complete and complement the products. But as much as all of the facts and science are really fun, the stories are what really makes this product incredible to me. So we're going to pass over to a good friend of mine, Paris, and she is going to explain her experience with the product. So
I might get Paris to unmute herself. It'll be a bit easier to find her amongst 250 people. Hey, Paris,
Hello.
how are you?
Hey, Adam.
Go for it, girl. Love for you to share.
Thank you so much. So yes, like Ange, I had similar experience with the product when I started. Incredible energy, my skin cleared, and I just felt all around like a better person. But the biggest thing for me was that I used to suffer from really, really severe bloating to the point where I looked 6 months pregnant almost every day. I would be bent over in pain most nights and just downing peppermint tea and charcoal tablets every single day. Before my first lot of products had run out, so within the first 4 months, I was completely bloat-free. I had a flat stomach. I had no symptoms whatsoever of cramping or food sensitivities anymore. I followed the program, cut dairy out of my diet, and felt incredible. I've been taking the products for 20 months now. My whole family is now on them, and I will never, ever stop taking them because it is the best I have ever felt. I just had my third baby, and my pregnancy with him compared to my first two was out of this world. I just loved every minute of it. I had no fluid retention at all, such good skin, an amazing labor, and a really fast recovery.
So good. Thank you, Paris. We're going to flick it over to Melinda really quickly. Melinda, love for you. Share also.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on, guys. So I've been using our incredible products and following our program for just under 3 years now. I suffer from 2 autoimmune diseases. Yes, I'm lucky enough to have 2. I have bowel disease and arthritis. And for me, I've actually never been healthy. I've got a really ugly health story. So for me, it's been lots of years in and out of hospital, lots and lots of medications. And, there was a point in my life when I actually was so unwell that I did not actually think I was going to survive. So for me to have come across these products very skeptically, like most people, because I just didn't want to put anything else nasty in my body. But I was very, very quickly reassured and shown that, with the food label on our products, I basically said I'm all in. So I pretty much noticed straight away that I had lots more energy. I was a brand new mama, so I was having that, that exhaustion that comes along with being a new mum, I think. And, within about 10 days, I noticed that my energy levels were lifting and I was recovering from my cesarean real quick. But the biggest thing came for me when I actually had been able to drop down to 1 medication. So I felt like I was well a lot of the time, but I actually was just masking it with medication. I was actually just putting a Band-Aid over what was actually going on inside my body. And so for me to actually feel healthy for the first time in, I'm going to say maybe almost 20 years is nothing short of amazing for me. You know, I just I wake up every day feeling healthy and feeling good, and, you know, I don't look sick anymore. So I'm absolutely a lifer on these products, and the program just complements it beautifully and, you know, made me fall in love with food. So I am absolutely grateful for the products in our beautiful program. Thank you so much for having me on, Ads.
Thank you, Mouse. Amazing share. And I want to say this, if you've taken the time to get on tonight and anything resonates, I'm going to say this, if you're on here tonight and you've tried the Juice Plus products and you've got some result, just share one of the results in the comments. We'd love to hear just one of the results that you've got. I know there's so many on here tonight that are probably already taking the product and you love it, whether you're already a customer and you've come have had a look at this. So amazing. So many cool things. The other reason we're on here tonight is obviously to share with you guys this movement, the Freedom Lifestyle Movement. What is it all about? The ability to put your financial future back in your own hands, to create freedom and really to dream again. I know for me, I'd kind of put to bed the idea of having an amazing life, that average was going to be okay. And someone else that came across this that was very skeptical he actually came to me about it. So Lorian, maybe get you to come off mute, buddy. It'd be a bit easy to find you, and I'd love for you to share a little bit about your story and maybe what you're a little bit hesitant in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, so my name's Lorian. I've been a part of the Juice Plus company now for about 4 years. I originally just came into this to create a little bit of extra income. I was working crazy hours. I was massively in debt. And I was just completely burnt out. I kind of realized that the world's in a health trend right now. One of my clients got some really amazing results on the product. And I got a bit curious about that. I was definitely massively skeptical. But I could see that the product was helping people. So I thought, you know, what have I got to lose? I'm already broke. I might as well give it a crack. And in the beginning, it was just an extra, you know, $500 to $1,000 a month. That allowed me to pay off my credit cards, have some cool holidays. And over time, been able to retire from my full-time job. I'm now a full-time, stay-at-home dad to this little guy, and we've been able to retire my partner. So we're a stay-at-home family, but we also get to travel the world. So I'm not at home all the time, and super passionate about, you know, helping other people do the same.
So awesome. Thanks, Loz, and great to see your little man starring on the event tonight. Also, how times have changed over the last 4 years. To think that when first Lorian came here, it was just a single dude doing his thing and ambitious, and now he's certainly created this awesome lifestyle in his next chapter of his life. And kind of similar to me, if I can share a little bit about my story, I think, you know, I was already a dad when this came into my life, and I was sick of missing out on so many magic moments with our kids. I think, you know, at that stage of, you know what, something must be better, as I shared. But I think the thing that held me back from this the most is that I thought the only way that you could be successful in this space, in this profession, is that you kind of have to be one of those people. And, you know, although I'm 41 these days and cool's probably not something that should be added in any sentence to do with me, kind of being cool's important to me. And so I think if I had to run around and hunt down people, and especially my friends, and I wasn't prepared to lose friends over becoming successful in business. And I think the one thing that I was really blown away, or the thing that opened me up to this, is that I realized that I didn't have to hunt down anyone. And this really was about helping people. The thing that I love about the Freedom Lifestyle Movement, that this is about helping people, not hunting. And we get to help people in two distinct areas. You guys already heard about some incredible results, and there were so many results that were shared here in the comments that all of us know people, whether directly or indirectly, that could benefit from a little health upgrade. And just like you recommend most other products and services that you're getting nothing for, all you're doing is you're connecting the customer with the company, and the company shipping the product straight to them, just recommending. And the other side about what we do is we get to help other people just like you and I that are looking for a better way, a way to create maybe right now just an extra stream of income. And what I know for us, when I first started here, an extra $500 to $1,000 a month made a big difference. It certainly allowed us to breathe a little bit. And I think most of us, when we first come in here, we're just looking for a way to just add that additional stream of income. And the question I'd ask you guys tonight is, what would you need to do with the current resources that you've got around you to put an extra maybe $1,000 a month into your bank account? How many extra hours would you have to do at work? Are you capped? Would you need to go get another job? And to think that you could do something like this in and around what you're already doing and help other people be successful too is what this is all about. And I certainly love it. I think the other thing that certainly appealed to me once I realized that it wasn't about chasing or hunting any friends down, that you could be successful by just really serving other people around you, is that I love that this was no longer just trading time for money. In my traditional business, when I serviced a client, when I had a client and I was a personal trainer, I was trading time for money. And so if my customers or the clients turned up, I got paid. But if they didn't turn up, I didn't get paid. If I went on holidays, I didn't get paid either. And the thing that I love about our business is because we get paid three ways. One is that we get paid retail profit. So we're connecting the customer with the company, no different to what we see as a bit of a cool thing right now, which is drop shipping. No different to that. That's all we're doing. We're connecting the customer with the company. There's no holding on to stock. There's no real risk to this, which is one thing that's really appealing to a lot of us. You can get ahead right from the beginning. The second way we get paid is obviously we actually get paid bonuses. There's lots of bonuses here. And the coolest thing about our bonus scheme is that often when you help someone get a bonus, you hold them hand and help them achieve, that you get a bonus also, which I really love. There's this real togetherness, everyone helping one another. And then the third way we get paid, which is, I'll be honest with you guys, the real reason I do this is that you get to create a passive or somewhat residual income where you can have a business that grows with or without you over time as you help raise other people up, help them achieve, and that you can achieve also. So I want to say this before we're going to have a couple of people, at least one other person, share tonight. If you're excited about the idea of creating a little extra stream of income in and around what you're doing, if what I've shared with you or some of the stories you've heard tonight interest you or kind of get your attention, I would just love you guys to comment here. Just tell me more, let me know more, whatever it is. I'd love you guys to comment a little bit in here. Even if it's just me, let us know that anything that resonated with you guys tonight that really catch your interest. And then we're going to get another person, and that's Susie. Susie's got an incredible story. So Susie, love for you to share. Maybe come off mute, girl, and then I'm going to get you to share your incredible story and how this has really appealed to you. Susie, you're here? See if I can find her. Hello. Oh yeah, there she is. Susie, can you hear me? Hello. Oh, she's not there. Ah, she must have gone somewhere. So funny. Well, we're going to have Susie on tonight, but she's, I don't know, maybe. Oh, here she is. Susie, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey,
Sorry.
how are you?
Oh my God. Hi.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, great to have you on, Susie. I really appreciate taking the time out to share your story. Please give us a quick, just a quick insight to how the Juice Plus company come into your life and what is it about this that's really appealing to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just turn on the light. So Juice Plus came into my life probably about nearly 3 years ago when I was on the products myself. And then I looked into the business probably 18 months afterwards, mainly because we were looking for a second stream of income. And, my husband is a full-time mechanic and I was really reluctant to go back to the workforce, mainly because, I've got a lot of, I suppose, self-esteem issues and not feeling confident to put myself out there again. I'm deaf, so it's mostly because people just already had their own assumptions about what I can and can't do. So for me, it was just really hard for me to put myself out there, and people just sort of setting me up to fail, in other words. Like they say, you know, if I make a little mistake and they say, well, I told you so, and then it just puts me down again. So so this business was probably the most ideal solution for me because I already talked to people online. So I talked to all my friends via text messaging, Facebook messaging and stuff like that. So I'm like, well, this business model is absolutely perfect because, you know, what do? We communicate via social media. And so I just really needed to put those tools to use and run the business that way and become my own boss. And so this was actually really perfect. It was just a matter of just getting over that whole skepticism about it, that, you know, it's an online business. Yes, it's different. It's not your typical controversial business, I suppose, where people had that typical 9-to-5 job. I really had to get over that, and I really had to put myself into this business because it was the only choice that I had. And I've made it work. So I'm looking 15 months on now, and I am absolutely loving everything about it. I've made such an amazing community of friends. My family, we're a family of 5, so we're now looking to buy our own house at the end of the year, which is really, really good because originally we thought that was not possible at all. And my husband will be able to, hopefully next year, be able to cut back on his working hours to be there for the kids. So this business has been really a godsend for us, and I really appreciate it. And it's just the fact that no one has judged me. Everyone was willing to give me a go, and I can put that out to everybody else that they can have a go as well, you know. So what have you got to lose, really? I mean, it's just your personal development. You feel amazing on the products, and then plus, you know, you've got a bit of your identity back as a mum as well as your own well-being as well. So I hope that's all right.
Amazing, girl. You always give me goosebumps when you share. So thank you so, so much. We're going to quickly switch it over to Jess. Jess, love for you to share just real quickly how the business come into your life and what is it about this that's been appealing to you?
Sure. Hey, guys. So the business came into my life about 2.5 years ago. And at that time, I was a mum of 1 who my daughter was about, she was about 4. And at the time, I was a personal trainer and I was working with my husband in his business. So I was really, really time poor. I would sometimes have my daughter in childcare for sometimes 12 hours a day. So from 6:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the night, just because we were just both, my husband and I were just trading time for money. So we weren't necessarily struggling, but we weren't really living our life in accordance with the values that we had. And I speak of the devil. And I always used to say, you know, I didn't have kids to never see them or get married to never see my husband. So we were looking for something that I could do from home. Within, I think it was about 6 months, I was able to replace the income I was earning per week through Juice Plus, which was absolutely incredible. I love the fact that we get paid every month on the same day as well. It was a reliable income, which was something we weren't as used to. And then what happened from there is I got to start spending more time at home with my daughter, picking her up from school. And since then I've had another baby because it just opened our world up to this incredible opportunity to work, you know, from your phone, in your pajamas. It sounds like the dream come true, but it really, really has been so rewarding. And, you know, the month I had my little boy who's now 1, that month I think I earned more in my Juice Plus business than I'd ever earned in another job in my whole, you know, 35 years of life. So that was pretty impressive. But yeah, to say that it's changed our life from a financial perspective, definitely, but also just, you know, being the mum I want to be, the wife I want to be, and also, you know, the community and the friendships and all of that that's come along with it is just absolutely irreplaceable.
Awesome. Thank you, Jess. Thank you to all the guys that shared tonight. I just kind of want to finish up really quickly by saying, you know, I think for me, when I came along to this, I asked myself one question, that's what if? You know, what if this thing could work? What if we could create an extra stream of income? And on the other side is, if it's not this, then what? So I think if anything resonated with you tonight, I'd encourage you that you reach out to the person that shared this with you. Take the time to get your questions answered. And I want to open up an invite to every single one of you guys, is that straight after this, I'll be running a quick training on about showing you guys how to get the small little investment that it might take to get here, show you guys how to put that money back into your bank account, and the ability to potentially make this month in November, before Christmas even comes, the potential of maybe earning $300, $500, even $1,000 this month, which is truly possible. So I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Hope you had a great night. Talk to you soon.
Good job. Okay.